Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in everyone's life when they are wronged, hurt, or betrayed. It might be through words, actions, or silence, and in those moments of pain, the natural instinct is to strike back, to hurt them as they hurt us. But I'm here to tell you something different. The best revenge isn't anger. It isn't retaliation. The best revenge is transformation. You don't rise by bringing others down. You rise by building yourself up. Let them see your glow after the darkness they brought. Let them watch you succeed where they hoped you would fail. Let them realize they couldn't break you, only awaken a version of you that is stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable. True revenge is living well, thriving, and proving that no matter what someone does to you, they cannot steal your peace, your dignity, or your future. So stand tall, walk forward, and let your life speak louder than any revenge ever could. When someone hurts you, whether through betrayal, lies, or cruelty, it often leaves behind a fire a desire to prove something, and while revenge might seem like the obvious route, there's a far more powerful and satisfying answer: success. Success speaks in a language that cuts deeper than anger ever could. When people expect you to fall apart, give up, or be consumed by pain, nothing confuses and frustrates them more than seeing you rise above it all. They expect you to crumble, but instead you grow. They want to dim your light, but you shine even brighter, and that in itself is the ultimate revenge. Think about it. There's something deeply poetic about turning wounds into wisdom and setbacks into fuel. Every time you achieve a goal, improve your life, or become more at peace with yourself, you are proving them wrong without uttering a single word. You're saying, "What you did didn't break me. It built me." True success isn't just about wealth or fame. It's about becoming the best version of yourself despite what you've been through. It's about building a life so full and meaningful that the people who once tried to destroy your confidence are left wondering how you did it. Your joy becomes your retaliation, your peace becomes your defense, your excellence becomes your response, and the best part, you don't do it for them, you do it for you, because success born from pain is the kind that lasts. It's authentic, it's earned, and it's transformative. Let them watch. Let them hear your name being spoken in rooms they never imagined you'd enter. Let them realize they became nothing more than a chapter in the story of your greatness. When someone hurts you deeply, it's easy to become consumed by bitterness. The betrayal, the disappointment, the injustice. It all sits in your chest like a heavy weight. And in that emotional fog, hating the person who caused your pain may feel like a natural defense. But here's the truth. Hate doesn't heal. It only anchors you to the hurt. Healing is the path that truly sets you free. Hate is loud, but healing is powerful. Hate keeps you stuck in a cycle, replaying the wrong over and over in your mind, tying your energy to someone who may have already moved on. But healing breaks the chain. It allows you to reclaim control over your thoughts, your emotions, and ultimately your life. Choosing to heal doesn't mean you're excusing what happened. It means you're choosing yourself over the damage. You're choosing growth over grudges. You're choosing to stitch your wounds rather than let them bleed into your future relationships, decisions, and self-worth. And healing is not weakness. In fact, it takes far more strength to process your pain honestly than to suppress it with rage. It takes courage to sit with your wounds, to feel them, to understand them, and then decide they will not define you. It's easier to react with anger. It's much harder and more transformative to respond with grace, reflection, and resilience. When you heal, you stop giving the person who hurt you any power. You stop letting their actions dictate your happiness. You no longer seek revenge because you realize that nothing they could suffer compares to the peace you gain when you rise above. Healing is the ultimate form of self-respect. It's saying, "You may have hurt me, but you don't get to keep hurting me, not now, not anymore." Pain is inevitable, but bitterness is a choice. When someone wrongs you, the emotional fallout can be intense: confusion, sadness, rage, betrayal. In those vulnerable moments, bitterness can creep in quietly, disguising itself as strength or protection. But over time, bitterness doesn't protect you, it poisons you. The goal after being hurt isn't to become harder, it's to become wiser. Growing stronger means using your pain as a teacher, not a prison. It means looking at what happened, acknowledging how it made you feel, and then asking, "What can I learn from this? How can I grow?" Strength comes from reflection. from deciding that your experience will sharpen your insight, not dull your joy. You become emotionally stronger, more discerning, more self-aware. You start recognizing red flags you once ignored, valuing boundaries you once let slide, and choosing people who uplift you instead of drain you. Bitterness, on the other hand, locks you in place. It's like building a wall around your heart, hoping to never be hurt again. But in doing so, you also block out the good. You carry suspicion instead of hope, resentment instead of wisdom. And over time, bitterness doesn't punish the people who hurt you. It punishes you. It makes you cynical. It makes you cold. It turns your past pain into present personality, and that's too high a price to pay. Real strength is soft and steady. It's in the ability to forgive, not for their sake, but for your own. It's in being able to say, yes, I was hurt, but I refuse to let that pain harden my heart or dim my light. Strength is choosing empathy over anger, purpose over pettiness, and peace over pride. When you grow stronger instead of bitter, you stop reacting and start rising. You develop emotional depth. You become someone who has been through it, not with scars that define you, but with wisdom that refines you. When someone deeply wrongs you, there's often a strong temptation to balance the scales yourself, to make them feel what you felt, to return the pain, to show them the consequences of their actions. But here's the thing, real justice doesn't always come from your hands. Sometimes, the most powerful and dignified thing you can do is step back and let life handle it. Karma is the silent force that balances energy, decisions, and consequences over time. It doesn't always move quickly, and it may not operate on your schedule, but it's consistent. People who mistreat others eventually find themselves in situations that mirror the energy they've put into the world. It may not look like what you imagined, but it will come often in ways that are far more fitting than anything you could orchestrate yourself. Trying to get even, on the other hand, pulls you into a cycle of negativity. It takes your focus off your own healing and progress and locks you into a toxic connection with the person who hurt you. You waste time strategizing vengeance when you could be building something better for yourself. And let's be honest, retaliation rarely brings peace. It may give you a brief sense of satisfaction, but it often leaves behind regret, guilt, or continued conflict. Letting karma work its course is not weakness. It's wisdom. It's the understanding that people eventually face the consequences of their choices, not because you forced them to, but because that's how life works. When someone plants seeds of dishonesty, cruelty, or betrayal, those seeds grow, whether they want them to or not. Trusting karma means trusting that truth has a way of surfacing, that justice doesn't always require an audience, and that peace is found in detachment, not revenge. It means saying, I won't lower myself to match your behavior. I'll rise above it and watch the universe do what it does best. The most powerful revenge isn't proving you can hurt them too. It's proving you don't have to. After someone has hurt you, especially someone close, it can feel like your inner world has been shaken. Your thoughts race, your emotions swirl, and suddenly, your sense of peace is gone. But here's the truth, while you can't always control how people treat you, you can control how you protect your inner peace afterward. Peace isn't just the absence of conflict, it's the presence of clarity, boundaries, and self-respect. And when you've been wounded, protecting that peace becomes sacred work. It's about stepping away from the noise, the drama, the endless mental replay of what happened. It's about choosing what you allow into your heart and mind, and what you shut the door on. Some people thrive on chaos. They want you to keep arguing, to keep engaging, to keep proving your worth or defending your side. Don't fall into that trap. Your silence can be more powerful than any argument. Walking away doesn't mean you're weak or that you've lost. It means you're prioritizing your well-being over temporary satisfaction. Protecting your peace may also mean distancing yourself from toxic people, even if they're family or long-time friends. It can be painful to let go, but peace often requires separation. You are not obligated to stay connected to those who continually hurt you or drain your energy. Setting firm emotional boundaries isn't rude, it's necessary. It also means filtering your own thoughts. After being hurt, your mind can become its own battlefield, filled with self-doubt, anger, or the urge to retaliate. Protecting your peace is recognizing that not every thought deserves your belief. It's choosing to focus on healing, on gratitude, on forward momentum. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to your energy. Your peace is precious, and not everyone deserves to be close enough to disturb it. By protecting your peace, you create a space where you can truly recover, grow, and rediscover who you are, without the influence of those who tried to break you. When someone has wronged or doubted you, there's often an overwhelming urge to defend yourself, to explain, confront, or try to make them see your worth. But the truth is, words can be argued with results cannot. Instead of wasting your energy on debates or emotional confrontations, channel that energy into your growth. Let your transformation speak louder than any speech ever could. You don't need to tell them what you're about to do. You don't have to announce your comeback. Just get to work, improve yourself, heal, build something that stands tall long after they've moved on or forgotten you. Because nothing stings more to someone who tried to tear you down than seeing you rise higher than ever, without their help and without saying a word. Proving someone wrong through action means focusing on your goals with laser, sharp discipline. It means refusing to let the pain they caused define you. Maybe they thought you'd stay broken, bitter, or stuck. Maybe they assumed their absence or betrayal would destroy your confidence, but every step you take forward disproves that. Every skill you learn, every goal you accomplish, every time you choose peace over drama, you're quietly but powerfully rewriting the narrative they tried to impose on you. And let's be honest, people pay attention to success. Even those who pretend not to. They might not congratulate you, they might not say it out loud, but they will notice. They'll see the difference between who you were when they hurt you and who you've become in spite of it. That silent growth, the evolution they thought you were incapable of, is what truly speaks. You don't have to explain your side of the story to everyone. Not everyone deserves to hear your reasoning, your pain, or your plans. Keep some victories private. Move in silence and let the outcomes be your response. The most satisfying revenge isn't proving your worth to them. It's becoming someone who doesn't even need their validation. One of the most powerful things you can become after being hurt is unbothered, not because you didn't feel the pain, but because you've risen above the level where that pain can control you. Being unbothered doesn't mean you're numb or detached. It means you've mastered the art of emotional control. You've made a conscious choice not to let someone else's actions dictate your mood, your mindset, or your movement. People who hurt you often expect a reaction. They expect to see you angry, bitter, broken, or desperate. They want to see their words or actions linger in your life. When you show them that you're unaffected, that you've kept your peace, your smile, your focus, they begin to lose the power they thought they had over you. Being unbothered isn't about pretending nothing happened. It's about refusing to let what happened define your present or your future. There is deep strength in indifference. It is the quiet confidence of knowing who you are and what you deserve, and understanding that not everyone is worthy of a response. Not everyone deserves space in your head or access to your emotions. Some people operate from a place of immaturity, insecurity, or manipulation, and giving them attention only feeds their behavior. When you remain unshaken, they realize their efforts were in vain. Being unbothered also reflects a level of emotional maturity. It means you don't need to retaliate, gossip, or seek validation. You know your value, and you know that your peace is far more important than winning a temporary emotional battle. You become selective with your energy. You stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You stop entertaining chaos. You learn to walk away, not out of defeat, but out of dignity. It's in the stillness of being unbothered that you find your true power. You take back control from those who try to steal it. You stop reacting to every provocation. You begin to live on your own terms, calm, grounded, and untouchable.